Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hey, yeah, I'm a super beast. Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hey, yeah, I'm a stupid beast. Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hey, yeah, I'm a monkey feast. Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hey, yeah, I'm a monkey feast. Come on. I don't think that's how it goes, but. Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hey, yeah, I'm a monkey feast. Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hey, yeah, I'm a monkey beast. I realized that every single word in my song is jumped. Jump, jump, chugga jump, jump, chugga jugga jump, chugga jump, 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 chugga jump, jump, chugga jump, jump, chugga jugga 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 jump, chugga jugga 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 jugga. Oh, Dragula. Hey, yeah, I'm the Dracula. Now that I know is wrong. Dooga 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 do ya. Dooga 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 do ya. Dooga 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 do ya. Hey, 30 people all rolling up in the place to be. What is a splace? I don't even know what splace means. I'm in outer space. Let's switch it on over. Will I appear? I'm here. Ah! What am I doing? Oh yeah. Jump. 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 Hey guys, it's old Hanker Infernal here, yo buddy from Runehammer. I'm back once again, and oh, just went down a little bit. Hey, yeah. Anyways, hey, I just got back from AtCon, and you know what that means. This whole time I've been saying I was going to play test Junked a week before AtCon, and then run it at AtCon, and like refine it just a little more by running it several times. Take that, put it all together, chibbity chibbity, zap zap, out onto Drive Through RPG. Now this is a game. I made a game, guys. It's called Jump. It's my latest digression because sometimes you just go crazy and you just want to blow cars up and stuff. So today on the live stream, I wanted to do a couple things. First of all, I just wanted to tell you, hello, you guys are cool. Thanks for tuning in. But I want to tell you that Junked is now published. It's out. It costs a lousy 3 dinars. You can get this baby for 3 dinars. There's no print version, so you just want to get the PDF and print it out on your laser printer. And it's very friendly. It's very laser printing friendly, so it's all good. You know, just staple that sucker and you're ready to party. Really, though, when you're at the table, once you've read this, there's, you know, a few key pages that you want at the table with you. The rest is, you know, introducing and learning the game. And then there's also a big section in here which chronicles, which documents, which exposes my entire craft process. So, first of all, I'm getting ahead of myself, like I always do. Junked is my car combat game, mainly inspired by the old game called Thunder Road from the 80s, which was this sort of straight piece of highway. You don't do any turning. You just kind of change lanes and you zip up this highway and blow each other up. And it was awesome. And I really liked it. And so as some of the car crafting stuff has been, you know, seeing a little bit of resurgence, especially with Gaslands, people building lots of custom Matchbox cars. Gaslands was a little much for me as far as complexity, as far as simulation, and as far as like free space. You know, Gaslands is a big free space game like Warhammer. And that was just a little much for me. So I started developing this concept of a very small scale, tightly controlled car combat game without a lot of detail. And the root of the design that became Junked is backgammon. So for those of you out there who play backgammon, Backgammon gave me some of the sort of the creative cues that led me down the game design for Junked. Okay, so that's what Junked is. It's fast-playing car combat game for really 2 to 8 players. You could probably even play 10 players. It would be a really fun game. It plays a lot of people because it plays so quickly. And it takes anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour to play, depending on like the sheer will to not die of the players and their skill to stay alive. But it's a very, very deadly game. In short, all these cars are racing up this stretch of highway. They're ramming, they're shooting, they're blasting, they're hitting the gas. And when they're destroyed, they become these suicide sort of flaming skull motorcycle riders, which go the opposite direction and try to destroy all the remaining cars. So at the end of every game of Junked, you have like a swarm of motorcycle riders going the opposite direction and one last car trying to make it up the stretch of highway. So it's great fun. At AtCon, really had a blast. And yeah, roll for damage. It's on DriveThruRPG. Also, I put the link in the description underneath the video here, so that'll jump you right over. Three lousy bucks gets you the game. So at AtCon we played, and it was a real hit. We had a blast, and that's what gave me the confidence to just be like, oh man, I got to release this game. It's time. And I know that this is a little off the beaten path for what I've been doing, but it just occurred to me, and I just went with it. Now the craft project I'm going to show you here wound up taking me like more than 2 months. So it became a real like journey of self-discovery to build this stuff. But that brings me to my next point. So if you get the PDF, you're going to get everything print and play that you need. Just like with a lot of my stuff, I love doing print and play. And like I have my little print and play copy of Junked right here, sitting on my lava board. So as you can see, it's just like a lot of the print and play stuff that I do. I use my Pathfinder pawn bases, and I use foldies and popsicle sticks, and here's my little stretch of road. And it's just that stinking simple. You have 6 segments of road with 6 numbered lanes. So then you get several cars and a bunch of Ghost Riders with the PDF, these cool little dudes, and it is awesome. You basically do a lot of this stuff, and you do a lot of this stuff, and then he rams him, and he's trash, and then he blows up. The PDF comes with print and play for barrier, like Jersey barriers, wreckage, motorcycles, cars, the road itself, traffic cones, everything that you need to set up and play boards in this sort of ridiculously compact and portable way. It's also just dirt cheap. And if you're just learning the game and mastering it before you really dive into the craft project, this is where it's at, because it takes you literally like 20 minutes to make the entire set, and you're in motion and you're playing. So that is the print and play, and that will come in your PDF that you just print on your laser printer. So that's like the one way that you can build your Junked set. Always fun. But this is not why I made Junked. So now a lot of you guys may know or may not know about Gaslands. The bases come from Pathfinders, Pathfinder pawn bases. A lot of you guys may know about Gaslands, and there's some other car-based sort of craft groups out there. So go look at Gaslands on Facebook, because they have an amazing community that's super creative. Before I even knew about that community, I got this sort of urge, or hankering, if you will, to make a bunch of cool battle cars out of matchboxes and sort of get into that element of hobbyism and make some kind of board or terrain. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to glue things together and paint them and have fun. And over the course of many weeks, it became what I'm about to show you. Now, I've been keeping this under my hood, so to speak, see what I did there, for a long time now, and it's been very hard to like hide this work. I finally got to reveal this work at AtCon, and there's always a lot of delight in everyone's face when they see the briefcase. So I want to finally reveal the briefcase to everybody. And if any of you out there know Gaslands players, I would love you to link them this video, because I'm really proud of how this turned out. And no, Martin Tepley, this is not Car Wars at all. As a matter of fact, I've almost designed this in exact counter to Car Wars. Car Wars is extremely detailed, extreme amounts of simulation and simulating cars and building them with detail and parts and pieces and all this detail. Same with Gaslands, there's a lot of detail there. I can't, that stuff makes me get crazy. So instead, Junked is extremely simple. can be learned in a matter of moments. And I'm not going to tell you the entire game design because you'll find that in the PDF, but it's a D6 system. You can build a car in a matter of seconds. You just add up a few rolls. On each turn, you just make a decision and make a single roll, and that's your turn, and you go around and blow up all the cars. Okay, but here's what I wanted to show you, the briefcase. Now, if you guys want to see the briefcase in person and you'd like to play Junked with me in person, come on down to Gen Con. I'll post where I'm going to be in the con, and I'll be walking around with the briefcase playing, okay? So without further ado, by the way, all 7 of you, thanks for tuning in. Please, if you really want to do me a favor and help out Runehammer, spread the word about Junked, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This is the briefcase. This is the prestige right here. So you have a briefcase here, standard briefcase, right? You can just carry this around wherever, especially at the con. Of course, the combination lock had to be 666. So you just pop the case open, and here's where you might be a little surprised. Inside is the highway that comprises the board for Junked. So everything you need is in this briefcase. Now remember, not only did I build this crazy thing, but the Junked PDF gives you an in-depth how-to on how I did all my custom cars and how I built this briefcase. So this detaches, and you have this little handle right here, and boink, this comes out and reveals a sort of a hidden compartment. And in your hidden compartment, I have a cellular foam, so to speak, that packs in my entire kit. So this is all my cars, all my Ghost Riders, my Jersey barriers, and the little supports that I use to build my board. So I'm just going to show you guys how I build it out because it's stinking fun. So I made these bumpers. They're just made out of like door stops. And I'll show you what the bumpers are for in a second. But in each one of these little foam cells is one of my cars. Now, there's a lot of tips in the PDF on how to get your cars to really like mega status. I ordered 100 cars on Amazon and did several really crummy ones before I started getting the hang of it. So I'm trying to save you a little bit of that pain. But I can tell you, basing them is key, making them as heavy as possible is key, locking up the wheels is important. There's a lot of little stuff you wouldn't really see coming, but that kind of makes the cars feel really, really cool. The heavier you can get them, the whole game feels cooler. So these little Ghost Riders here are made out of little pewter motorcycle minis with some skulls for heads that Scotty gave me. And so there's several of those. And then I also have wreckage. So I took a sledgehammer and a blowtorch and destroyed a bunch of Hot Wheels and made them into these little pieces of wreckage. So you'll see how that all kind of comes together. This is a Humvee that's combined with an Apache helicopter and so on and so forth. So you know all these kind of fun things. And then also, because you have this neon green color in the Ghost Riders, I also did custom D6s. So I primed them black and then just did neon green numbers. So all this stuff is part of the how-to that's in the PDF, which, you know, you don't have to do. You can just do print and play, or you can do the whole thing your way. Also, if you look at some recent posts I just put up on Facebook, I put up some close-up photos of this stuff, since I know, you know, like a live stream isn't necessarily going to get all this. And Red Versa, these could totally be used for Gaslands, but that's not why I made them. I made them for my own game called Junked, which is out on drive-thru. The link is right in the diddly-do right there. So yeah, okay, so I don't have to show you every single car and every little part and piece. What I really wanted to show you is how this sort of forms into the board. So remember our little friends, the bumpers? They just go right here. I replace my upper panel like that, and then I place the removed lid like that. And since those bumpers are so heavy and made of rubber, you get this really solid, like solid feel to things. And all of this is made out of foam core, so you get this really, see how quiet that is? You get a really pleasant rolling experience. And there's a little bit of a rim on the case that will stop you from getting a lot of dice parkour. And this is all the dice you ever need. The biggest roll in the game is 4d6. You don't even add dice in this game. They're used to choose. And so you see how, you see how you have lane numbers on this segment of the highway. So when you're changing lanes, for example, what we call rolling tires, if you have 3 dice to roll, it uses a pool mechanic. If you have 3 dice to roll, and I get 5, a 4, and a 5, I can choose to either move to lane 5 or 4. It isn't about adding the numbers. It's about choices that are given to you by rolling more dice. So there's never any addition or subtraction or anything like that in the game. So, you know, you get your little guys on here. It's 6 segments and 6 lanes. The Ghost Riders ride the opposite direction. When you're eliminated from the game, you become a Ghost Rider. So at the end of every game, you have this swarm of Ghost Riders coming at the last surviving car or cars. And here's your cars cruising down the thing. So that's about it. So as a craft project, this completely got out of control relative to my sort of ambition level. But what I started realizing is this is enough to play the game. And you guys know me, a lot of the things I publish come with print and play so that for no additional cost or even time or investment, you can get to the table, right? But I have to say, this is such a freaking fun craft project. It is a blast to make about 12 cars, make 8 or 9 Ghost Riders, make some Jersey barriers, and then make wreckage. I have 6 pieces of wreckage. And once again, I'm not really doing this video to tell everybody the entire game design. But more just to announce, hey, this is now available, and it's a really simple, fast-playing game rather than a complex sort of simulation game. You really don't even sort of steer in this game. I mean, it's really just a matter of kind of just slamming your way up the field, crashing, being junked. Hey, I recovered, I'm back in the game, da-da-da. It's a very simple game. And again, like I said, it's a lot like backgammon, where exiting is the goal. So I just wanted to come on live and show you guys because I'm just really proud of this stuff. Not only as a game design, but I wanted to keep the PDF really, really cheap because I would love to invite all of you guys to jump into the crafting part of Junked. And if you're already into Gaslands, all you need to do is make your highway, or the stretch is what we call it in Junked. But you've already got a bunch of cool custom cars. Everybody has D6s, so you might even have some motorcycles. All you need to do is make the board. And I just think for Gaslands crafters, this is going to be super fun because they're already most of the way down the road. Oh, down the road. There it is again. Mad Max Gammon, yeah. And so that's about it. It's kind of an invitation to say, you guys, seriously, I know we play D&D all the time, but this is a really fun side project, sort of craft digression, is making these little cars, making this board, and seeing your friends' faces, you know, when you reveal your super secret briefcase. So the briefcase I just got at Goodwill, hollowed it out, Jimmy rigged the hinges so I could get the lid on and off. And then from there, I made this out of plywood and started fitting it all together. And it's just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be really neat. So really, really fun. Yeah, Telroth, absolutely. And yeah, the gameplay is really simple. So if you like fast and simple, this is definitely a game. I have these over here. I have a pile of car sheets. So this is what each player will have for their car sheet. And it just has the 5 roles that make up the entire game right here, which are tires, engine, ram, guns, and armor. That's all you ever roll. Each one is a number from 1 to 4, representing how you're going to roll. And then over here is which driver you are, which gives you a special bonus during the game. That's it. That's your whole character, your car sheet right there. And so each one, you'll have one of those in front of everybody. And there you go. That's it. So I just wanted to announce it. That's all I had to say. There's a lot more live videos coming up, y'all. We're going to do ICRPG time. We're going to do a video all about how time works in ICRPG because I think it's the next sort of really big topic for ICRPG. So please join me, and that will be coming up in a few days. And Eric from Bloat Games, the games can last one stretch. Like everybody can crash in the opening stretch, which is, you know, the board. That would be like a 10-minute game at the most, and I saw that happen. But the ones where the players have mastered the game more will last longer because they know how to survive. And we did have one that was probably 45 minutes was our very longest game, and that was an epic, like, battle of wills. We had 2 cars alive at the end that just refused to die and kept rolling great. And all these Ghost Riders were going the opposite direction, trying to suicide into them and just couldn't hit them. And that was really fun. That was at AtCon this past weekend down in Tacoma. So, again, demo some turns, says Ricky Lenhart. Well, like if I roll engine and I have a 2 stat on my engine for rally right here. I would just go like this, and I could either move 6 or 3 segments. So, I move, I'm done. If there's wreckage in my way, I can roll guns. Let's say I have 2 dice on guns. I need to get the lane I'm in to match, to get the shot, to destroy this wreckage. I got a 3, I'm in lane 3, I blow the wreckage off the board, now I have a clear path. Let's say I can't get a clear path, I roll engine, I hit this thing, I make my armor roll to check, fail the armor roll, let's say I'm junked. Until I recover, I stay junked. If everyone else exits the boards while I'm junked, I'm left behind, I'm eliminated, so on. Again, I'm not doing the video to demo all the gameplay because I just released the PDF. So maybe in a few weeks, I'll do a full gameplay demo video, but for right now, the early adopters, I know it's really fun to get a game and learn it on your own, and so I'm gonna let that lie for now. How many players? 2 to 10. It plays so fast that you can have a lot of people playing this, and it can be very rowdy game because it's so intensely PvP. There can really only be one survivor, or sometimes no survivors, so it can be a really rowdy game. Really turned out to be a blast. Had a lot of fun with it at AtCon. And I just wanted to throw up a quick video, nothing nutso, about Junked. So once again, the link to Drive-Thru-RPG is right down there in the diddly-do. And that's about it. So the digressions will continue. We'll see what comes up next, and it might be Game of Skulls, which is another design I did for the con. But I think we might get back to some basics in the near future. And there's also Blood and Snow to keep working on. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Just wanted to jump on and do a quick maybe 15-20 minutes just to announce Junked is here. I would love to see everybody at least give it a try. Tell me what you think. Ask any questions. Jump on Facebook, Runehammer.games on Facebook, and ask any questions you may have about Junked there. And we'll see as people start getting some home games together. And I look forward to blowing up a lot more cars. So, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments and everything. Please help spread the word about Junked, especially if you're into car combat games. And that's about all I got for now. So everybody, it is hot as heck this summer. So get yourself a fan, get yourself a baby pool and a popsicle, all right? And keep it cool. And I'm going to get out of here. I need a cold beer because I'm roasting in here. Yeah, good to see everybody in the comments. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And that's it. I hope you guys have fun with Junk. And I'll see you all on the internet, all right? Signing off. Strength, honor, and cold beer. All right, see you guys later. Beep bop. Beep bop. Shibbity bibbity 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 bebop. Shubbity bubbity bibbity bibbity. Shibbity bibbity 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 bobbity bobbity bibbity bobbity. Shubbity bobbity bibbity bobbity.